Hurricane Sally. Really wish you'd slow your wind speed down. Hurricane Sally. Really wish you'd slow your wind speed down. You've been riding all over warm water. You're right where Mike said you'd be found. Listen. Well, all you wanna do is spin around, Sally. Yeah, all you wanna do is spin around, Sally.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh my goodness. I had to whip out the new song. Our boy Andy Simmons hooked us up. We'll play it a lot more. He always surprises me. There we go. All right. So, not to add any dancing, fun music to the mood, but we do have a new tune, Mustang Sally. So, thanks, Andy. I'll play the whole thing once we get through this storm. That'll be added to our playlist of hurricane songs. Now we're up to 7 songs, thanks to Andy. He's the man, Andy Simmons. We'll play it again in the morning. So yeah, we got some big news today with our Sally. Now I'm gonna hear Mustang Sally every time. Okay, let me get the comments rolling here. Hey Shelly, I think we're on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. They changed my platform on YouTube, so it's kind of new. Hopefully I'm streaming on there. Shelly, let me know. But anyway, all right, so we'll do a little romper room session here. We'll say hey to everybody for about a minute while everybody logs in. This is obviously Sally on the screen over here. We have Panhandle, not Florida. I always include the Panhandle. What are you talking about? Always. I know the Panhandle people think that they're they don't count, but you do count. Panhandle people. Panama City, Lady of Pop. YouTube sounds good. Thanks, Samantha. Shelly needs her own song. That'd be great. I don't know. I saw some of the text messages Shelly's got. I don't know. So anyway, cheers, Mountain Dew. We're going to talk tropics. Got some cool gear today from Tammy Kent. Sent me some OSR stuff. That is actually our YouTube sponsor. So it would have been pretty bad to show OSR stuff tonight if the YouTube wasn't working. But I appreciate my cup. I just got the box filled tonight. So I should have put my Mountain Dew in it. But I didn't. But anyway. All right, so big shout out to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Usually we only go live once a day, but during storms we usually go twice a day. So ABC, shout out for them. Hopefully you guys visited ABC today here in Florida. Now Florida's in the cone. We have hurricane warnings from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and now Florida. Florida's actually in hurricane warnings, if you have not heard. Our system is indeed slowing down and going to make that turn. Big news. I know I put on there earlier, everybody shares their text alerts. We have fans all up and down the coast. So now there's a reason for Florida folks to go to ABC and have a hurricane party. That's what we do in Florida. And the Greek t-shirt's coming. We got one name left. They actually named Vicky today. So we do have a Greek t-shirt. Are you kidding me? You don't know that? I hope somebody saw it. I tease it all the time.
You didn't share it on the regular page?
I didn't share it. Check this out. So there's our donkey. It's coming. Get it out of the circle there. It says it's all Greek to me. We got the drunk donkey in a toga with some palm trees blowing. And we have all the Greek names, so that's coming soon. Limited edition. Big time, so. All right, so let's talk weather. I'll try to say hey to everybody. I know we get a lot of people in here. I don't want to take away too much time. So big thanks. I'm Mike's Weather Page. I'm just a weather wannabe. I've been called a cherry picker. I've been called a drunk donkey. But I'm not official. So if you're new to the site, we have 1 million fans. We're all a bunch of weather wannabes. Obviously, go to National Hurricane Center for your official information and official warnings and watches. We just talk weather here. So, all right, here's the scoop. All right, so today, here's a good look too. By the way, we're in Weather Nerds. This is the current look at the satellite. So Sally today blew up big time right after our live session. It does appear the HWRF and HMON were on par with predicted intensity. So the NHC's got it at 100 miles an hour right now and expected to be 110 miles an hour, which is just shy of Category 3. So it's officially now expected to be a Category 2 hurricane nearing the upper Gulf Coast and Louisiana tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. A couple of the other models have slowed it down to a possible Wednesday even mid-morning landfall. So we got that issue to deal with, and I'll show you some things that can mean. Things like upwelling. You know, I don't know if I've heard much talk about it, but usually when hurricanes sit over an area of water, unless they have a really good pool of warm water underneath it, which just has a little bit of ocean heat content, but 2 days over this area, maybe we'll see some weakening, hopefully, before, but none of the models are showing a weakening before landfall. That's not good, but maybe they're not considering cool water. All right, so this is weathernerds.org, by the way. There we go. You can see it here, Weather Nerds. So, you know, looking at this right here, you can see we had another blow up of convection I posted about an hour ago, and it's kind of backed off. We see a lot of dry air that's been kind of coming in from the southwest, so that's helping prevent a complete circle of convection. And I don't know if it's temporary or not. There is a little bit of dry air. You know, we showed it. We had this other low pressure system that was out there the whole time, and there's always been a little bit of dry air between these two little guys. This is the other little circle that the NHC has marked right here. So there's always been a little bit of dry air here. Whoops, I do that every time. It wouldn't be live without me hitting the wrong button. So there's always been a little bit of dry air here. So maybe that's choking it off for a little bit, hopefully. But it's likely temporary. These systems, they do a big intensification and they wean off a little bit and then they come back. So still got good structure. We'll see. Tomorrow morning, these things usually follow the same cycles I've learned over the years, and this one started blowing up yesterday morning. We'll see what it does tomorrow morning if it does intensify. So we're watching center, and we'll see in real time. So let's go back to here. Here's the map. So everybody originally was focused on Louisiana. They're like, Louisiana. And then nobody talked about Mississippi, Alabama. And we always showed the models, HMON and others were kind of hitting the panhandle. So this is going to be an event that our system is going to come awfully close to Louisiana. Okay, and these winds are still going to be, well, this way actually, counterclockwise. We're still going to have hurricane conditions and surge issues as our system slows down. So everybody's focused on the landfall, but we still have high surge values, 7 to 11 feet here across parts of Louisiana. That's because our system is going to get awfully close before that turn and definitely affect the coastal areas. That's first. Then obviously our system slows down and we're going to have hurricane conditions for Mississippi, Alabama, and if we get that turn a little bit more like this, like some of the models are saying, we're going to have hurricane conditions now in the panhandle. So it's a 4-state little tour here that Sally's doing that we got to worry about. And we still have tropical storm watches here along the upper panhandle, and we can see that with radar. We're starting to see some of these bands get awfully close here, and they're going to just start getting a little bit stronger and stronger and stronger. You can actually detect a little eye wall right here. A lot of people have been sharing different radar sites, but there is an eye right here. And as our system slowly trickles north, these are going to start making their way inland more, and we got Storm Prediction Center talking about storms. So you're going to have a stormy night tomorrow for sure as our system starts to make that turn. So that's a live look at the radar. I want to show a few things as I'm rolling along pretty quick. So your latest storm surge has not backed off. This is a big story. 7 to 11 feet stretching from Ocean Springs to the mouth of Mississippi. 7 to 11 feet. 6 to 9 foot now stretched from Ocean Springs to Dauphin Island. That's a lot. We got 4 to 7 foot to the Alabama-Florida border. 4 to 7 feet. So we have surge warnings stretching way into Florida now. That's going to be a big story. Not the only story, but pretty high surge values. So look at that. There's another link I want to show you right in the middle of this called Surge Potential. This is a great link that the NHC has. Surge Potential. If you click on that little guy, it's updated with the current track, and it's very easy to follow it because it's based on worst case scenario with the current track. So you can zoom way in here and see where you live and get an idea of what you might expect based on the latest track. So that's an important link. A lot of people ask. We're going to have surge all the way into the New Orleans area that they're going to be watching for. So that's this is live update. 11 o'clock we'll have a new advisory. And yeah, hey John, I'm gonna read some comments. But yeah, everybody's been sharing pictures. We've been seeing incredible water values across the upper Gulf already, and that's because our system is deepening, and it's fairly large. It has a large wind field already, and that's just been constantly pushing our water, in, and it's only going to get worse. As our system parks it right here, we're going to have a lot of water being pushed up in these areas. That's why the focus can't just be on landfall. We're going to see that surge issues as our system skirts by. So we can have a lot of effects, even if it doesn't make a direct landfall in Louisiana. They're still going to feel some big time surge in wind. So it's going to be like a really weird skirt in what kind of water gets pushed up in there. The other big story that is still on the plate is the amount of rain predicted. They backed off a little bit on the big 20 to 25, but still 15 to 20 inches of rain. That's a large area here. 15 to 20 inches of rain stretching into Alabama and Mississippi. So that's huge. 10 to 15 all the way to the Florida Panhandle, and we have 6 to 10 all the way up into North Carolina. Huge flooding event. Okay. That's still there. That's a big deal. We talk about it a lot, but inland flooding is the storyline that always gets forgotten. Everybody focuses on landfall and how much beach and destruction we get at landfall, but they never talk about this part of the storm, which is sometimes the most costliest part of a storm. So that's still happening. The Storm Prediction Center, like I said, I want to make sure we mention this. A lot of people forget this is due tonight. But look at tomorrow. Now we're up to yellow now. We didn't even have yellow with a couple of these storms. So that's, we're going to see some strong storms bands making their way in through the night and then tomorrow, regardless of the eventual track. So that's a big issue to bring up. The hurricane hunters are out there right now. What are they finding? They're working 2 planes, I think, now. So we're going to watch for any type of pressure drop. Pressure drops are bad. Pressure drops mean that winds will be catching up to it, and we'll be watching that all night. So, any other maps here? Now we're gonna look at all the tracks. Let's look at the latest 00Zs. These just came out. I like doing 9 o'clock, so these just came out. Let's take a look. This is on Tropical Tidbits, fresh models. And somebody just asked about an eastward shift. Leslie Fine. Well, look, we've been, I'm going to go back and look at those HMON and HWRF. It was, I posted them on 9/11, and they were both showing this general direction. So the models, these just came off the press. These are hot off the press spaghetti 00Z models, and they appear that they have indeed shifted a little bit. This is your Mississippi-Alabama state line. So we're getting awfully close to Mobile, and even Pensacola should be watching close. These just came out. Haven't even seen them yet, but there you go. And we're seeing a slowdown almost to a crawl. I think I read 37 miles. This thing went in like 6 hours a day or something crazy. And the latest models I just posted on that are showing almost every model is turning straight due north or even northeast after a day, and this could be into Wednesday. So the rain that we're getting now here, it's going to last until Thursday possibly. Tornado activity, yes, Vicky. Almost a guarantee you're going to get tornadoes popping off of these squalls that come in off the water. We can look at some future radar here. We already saw a couple pretty hefty bands go through the upper panhandle earlier today. And we're going to see that again. Let's take a look here at the future radar, and you're going to start to see that the bands just develop and continue in as our system spins very slowly. And I'm rewinding it now, but this is through the night. Here's midnight. So, anytime, any place, we're going to see these start to make their way inland. So coastal for sure, and really getting heavy tomorrow, 9, 10 o'clock. This is Eastern time, but morning time, these are really going to start. These are the ones you guys start to worry about down here with daytime heating. We're going to see these guys really start to build some energy, and that's why we have the yellow from the SPC. So anytime you get any system out here in the Gulf, these squalls that come in off the Gulf can be quite strong with daytime heating. So for sure, we're watching this area tomorrow. This is 16 hours in. This is tomorrow about 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, right here. So see, surge. Hey, what's up, Brian? Surge is usually strongest on the east side, east side of the storm. That's because of the spiraling nature here so as you have your storm, right, your winds are counterclockwise. So when you have land, you have your counterclockwise winds pushing. So you have the initial push of the storm, but outside of the center of the storm, you get the spiraling rain bands, and that's why we have the eastern side usually has the surge, because you got the winds blow the water in. This is coming off the coast. So sometimes you have a reverse surge where the water gets lower here and higher here because the water actually starts building around your system and pushes in. So that's why the surge will be a little bit bigger story, I think, because, if the surge hits at low tide, there could be a 3 or 4 foot swing just on the tide schedule. But because our system's going to be sitting here for, several, possibly 24 hours, it's gonna make all those tide cycles. So it's going to be pushing on low tide, it's going to be pushing on high tide. So we're going to actually see surge values fluctuate because when we'll have a high tide cycle that'll add 3-4 foot of the already surge that's there. So you can expect these to be the story. And just like I said, we're already getting a ton of people talking about the amount of surge they're seeing here in the upper Gulf, even in the Florida here. So that is a definite. So let's take a look at some models. Panama City. I think you guys are in tropical storm watch, right? We're going to see squalls. You're going to see squalls tomorrow. Your tropical storm warning in Panama City. You're going to see developing squalls throughout the day. Tomorrow, there's Panama City. So Panama, you're in a tropical storm warning. And as our system pulls north, this is your wind field now, but if our system does indeed turn this way, we're going to start to see these squalls impact you guys Tuesday and into Wednesday. already heard gas is out in a lot of spots. If you obviously haven't filled up now, you probably are going to want to. Well, there you go. Richard Joe just posted that. Hey, you're welcome, Lance. So flooded roads already. Melody, yes. Gulf Breeze out of gas. Beth Lewis. Panama City, cone of uncertainty. I doubt it. It's always deceiving though on these storms because, again, they even say it up here. I don't even think people notice this up here. I don't notice that time, but this is important right here. This right here. The cone contains the probable path of the center, but does not show the size of the storm. Hazardous conditions can occur well outside the cone. And as we have a larger system, that's what we're seeing. Center can go here, but we're going to see conditions well outside of the cone. That's because the system's wide. And everybody always likes to know what the size is actually. So we'll see right here. The tropical storm force winds extend out. Hurricane force. Okay, so tropical storm force winds extend out 125 miles. Hurricane winds extend out 25 miles. So tropical storm force winds extend out 125 miles from center right now, which would be right here. So 125 miles tropical storm force winds, hurricane 25 miles right now. All right, schools are closed. What's up, Lady of Pop? Whitney Richard, what's up? Whitney, you've been calling this one from day one. You're like, man, listen, it's going to blow up, people. Mercy, really, there's nothing in the tropics worth talking about right now, honestly. All these systems that are getting named, I think the media goes a little, what is all the noise, people? I think our dog just jumped off the couch. Is he? Oh, I don't know. Oh. So, Paulette went through Bermuda. I showed that a lot this morning. Paulette's gone. Renee's not gone. Teddy could be way down the road issue for Bermuda. It's way too early to know that. Vicky, nothing to stress about. It's going to be a depression. So, nothing imminent. And so that's good. So I'm not gonna speculate anything because there's really nothing right now other than names. Even Teddy is gonna be a major hurricane, but likely, this is next Saturday, a week from Saturday, or a week from today, so 6 days from now, Saturday, Sunday. But we'll have to look long range for Bermuda, but that's so far away. I don't want to start speculating that. All right, somebody asked about pressure. Let's look at all the individual models, the latest on models real quick. Because we just had the latest 18Z. 18Z Euro is one that isn't all out there, but when we get close to systems, it'll actually pick up on it because it only runs out 90 hours. But the latest Euro is doing this. Now look, this is interesting. So Tuesday, starting to touch the tip of Louisiana, but look what happens. It just almost comes to a complete stop. Here's Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. So almost no movement from Tuesday to Wednesday on the latest Euro. And this is the trend with the UK also. This is why the surge, the rain is going to be 24 hours of constant battering of the coast and rain. It's 24 hours. So the Euro, and it deepens it down to a 978 system. So, stronger than it is now, put it to you that way. And landfall on the latest Euro turns it up into a little bit more in Alabama, touching the tip of Florida. So that's the latest Euro. That would be landfall actually almost Wednesday night. Really slowed down. Not good. So back. Oh, we didn't even show the puppies yet. Well, so Hunter was on the couch today, and he heard the girls come home, and he jumped. And when he landed, it was like all four legs went out. That's what I thought he just did now, because now I'm afraid he thinks he's Superman, because he gets on the couch and he just says he's fearless. But now that he's going to be the face of a beer, I'm going to have to protect the little guy. We're gonna have to put like little padded mattresses on the on the side of the couch so he doesn't break his little legs. But now I hear him snoring, so I knew it. No, it's not him. So anyway, latest Euro later Wednesday. So it really slowed down. We're talking about a landfall maybe even Wednesday overnight with the latest Euro. Very slow. And that's the rainmaker. Let's look at the latest rain map here with the latest Euro with this scenario. So as we get into Thursday, there you go, purple. Anything purple is 15, 20 inches. I mean, it's maxing out at 31 somewhere here. That would be a huge rain event if the Euro is right. And most of the rain is not showing up for Louisiana. Again, as our system turns, most of the heaviest stuff is going to be on the north and the east. Louisiana isn't really showing those high rain totals, even though we got hurricane warnings up. The big rain is clipping Mississippi, and then really more chance of the heavy stuff into the Florida Panhandle and Alabama. And then obviously as it goes northeastward, more up into middle parts. So, all right, so the latest UK model, let's look at that. UK is usually a pretty good model this far out. And it's showing a pretty strong system on approach. It's kind of hard to see on this one, but let me just stop it right here. This is Wednesday morning. So again, UK Wednesday morning landfall, 965. It even turns it more into the Florida Panhandle. It's hard to see, I know, but it's showing 965 Wednesday morning. So we're seeing this east trend. Two models right there. A couple other models we can look at. Let's look at the latest Icon. I haven't looked at this one yet. Let's take a look at that. Not the worst model in the world. It's showing landfall Wednesday morning. So there's three models Wednesday morning, 980, 978. So right along the line, 977, 978. You go back to what that could be. 978 would be, borderline category 2, 96 to 110 miles an hour wind. So the UK is stronger, Cat 3. Euro and Icon are hanging at Cat 2. Let's look at the Canadian model. Canadian is at a 993. It's been the weakest of all the models. I don't even think it's initializing right. Well, 998. Yeah, it's not even initializing correctly. So it's bad garbage in, bad garbage out. It's initializing at 997. So it's 10 millibars off already. So that's not very reliable. And then let's look at the HMON and HWRF real quick. Our favorite models of the season. And the latest model for HWRF is a pretty hefty system, 957. Holy cow, that's pretty strong. And it would be here Tuesday night, making landfall. Tuesday night, and it would almost be smack dab Mississippi-Alabama line. And that's strong, 957. We don't want 957. 957 is borderline Cat 3, middle road Cat 3, major hurricane. But the HMON has been very consistent this year, so that's just one to think about. The HMON is our last one we'll look at, and it is showing a 958. This is a tick to into Mississippi. So as far as model consistency goes, in a nutshell, wish I had a notepad. How do I do a notepad? I need a notepad program I could type. But so we have Euro, the UK, the Icon showing Wednesday morning landfall, more into Alabama, possibly Florida Panhandle. We have HMON and HWRF, the strongest models, 950 category 3, along with the UK. both showing almost a Mississippi, Alabama landfall. The only outlier really is the CMC, which in my opinion has bad data, so it's not worth showing. In the latest GFS, I don't know if I showed it or not. GFS is showing a 982, 979, middle of Mississippi. So we really, honestly, all the models are showing a slow turn to the north and, strong system. So there's all your models. And again, this is where the majority of models are showing. Take out the CMC, but we have landfall, at an angle like this. Maybe not that much of an angle, but so Mobile, unfortunately, Mobile, Pensacola might be the surprise too. That a few days ago they didn't think they had a shot. So there you go. Circling back to the Gulf, I doubt it. Hey, Shelly. There's a couple weird models showing it spinning around, but it's going to get caught up. There's a front coming in, and it won't be anything out here. It'll just be energy. It'll dissipate. There's some models showing off the coast. Actually, the 24th is 10 days from now. I think the long range GFS is showing a little bit of energy off the East Coast. Here's the latest satellite. Hey, what's up, Melissa? The hurricane force winds, I think I read 25 miles. So kind of small little eye wall. Destin, you're going to be, you got tropical storm warnings. Ground speed is 5 now, Travis. That's crazy, man. That's, hey, Beatrice. Oh, my goodness. Where are you from? I forget. The thing is, though, because we started showing that at H-Mon and H-Wharf, now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. I'm a little mad because I had a guy on Twitter call me out. He's like, you keep sharing those models, and one day they're going to be right, and all you got is a lot of clicks. And it was a real Met, too. He's all mad about it. I'm like, well, that's what people like. Right? It's up, Dale. Bogota. Rhonda, I don't know why they're not mentioning Mobile. Well, listen, that's just what I'm saying. I'm seeing in trends. Mobile's right smack dab in the middle of the cone. Right? I mean, that should tell you there's a chance. I would love to come storm chase Stephanie. Oh my God. But I started thinking about it. So I was so close to buying a plane ticket to Pensacola. And then I went online and they closed the airport tonight. No flights tomorrow. So then I'm thinking, I'll just drive up there. And it's 8 hours. But I would bring gas. There's still an outside chance, man. I could do it. There's an outside chance. So, hey, Katie Haley, what's going on? What's up, Jane from Space Coast? How you doing? Hope you're doing good tonight. New Orleans, Ronnie. Man, safe from what? I mean, you're going to get surge. That's the thing. It's such a weird setup because we have surge expected. Here's New Orleans here. But with the track, we got hurricane warnings over a large section of your Louisiana, but our system's going to turn, and even if it turns like that, the water is still going to push in. So, as far as storms go, it's going to be tricky for New Orleans because Well, you can even see it on some of the NAC maps, like the rain maps and stuff. Look at the edge. I mean, the edge. I mean, look at that. I mean, almost no rain here. This is 1-2 inches. So there's just a small chance of some heavy duty rains on the coast, you know. So it's going to be a really weird deal that you could have hurricane warnings and maybe you'd be blue sky. I mean, but you can't discredit the fact they have 9 to 11 foot or 7 to 11 foot surge values possible from the mouth of Mississippi. So that's because the water is going to be pushing in. So surge, rain. But yeah, as far as a direct landfall, it's appearing more likely this thing is going to put on the brakes and turn, you know, so how long does it take to get to Destin, Jess? Well, no, Destin isn't bad. Destin's here, man, but it's like another, how many hours here? I can make it through the Big Bend. I can get to Perry in 1 tank of gas, but I don't know if I, go that far or not. Sienna, I could do that. Tallahassee, Florida, nothing more than you normally get on normal thunderstorms. You're not. I think you're right outside that edge. See, you're right there, 1 inch in the next 5 days. So I don't think Tallahassee's going to get much at all. I have a big truck. I don't have a chainsaw though, but I got a big truck. I don't know why. I don't even know. I mean, Brandon Clement's up there. He's chasing. I share his stuff. Birmingham, you're going to have a lot of rain. Okay, Jess, I'll stay off it. Phillip and Perry, yes. I will get, I'm bringing, if I go, I got 5 cans. I got 25 gallons that I would do. No, but see, here's the deal. I would be live tomorrow, and then I would leave. I still got to get Sarah on the bus. So we'll see how wide awake I am tomorrow. If tell you this, if we're looking at if we're looking at a Wednesday landfall, then I'm more than likely going to go. Tomorrow I can't make it. But anyway, all right. So let's go back to weather. So I think as we get this close to a storm, things become kind of clear. So we know, there's things we do know. We're going to have a serious rain event, okay? In red, I mean, everybody's focused on the high area, but the NAC breaks it down here. But look, I mean, we're talking 6 to 10 inches over a big chunk of the panhandle. And that's going to stretch. Somebody asked about Birmingham. That's 6 to 10 inches all the way up through Georgia, Carolinas. Bristol's racing this weekend, Tennessee, NASCAR. So it might just make it. But that's a lot of rain, a lot of flooding to come. Slow-moving system. Spaghetti models are all supporting a turn. This is the latest on the Tropical Tidbits. These are all the latest models. Look, none of them show landfall into Louisiana. Not going to say it can't happen, but we live and die by the models. And the models are trending north and east. And this is Florida right here. Look, here's the tip right here. There's the panhandle. So the panhandle's got a good shot as well as anybody to have some pretty intense 110 mile an hour winds. That's a lot. And earlier they were showing 85. So big changes today. Let's look at the ensembles. I haven't looked at ensembles in a long time. Every system I forget things. Here's another good shot, the microwave imagery. This shows you how the storm is really got its act together as far as the infrared core of the system. But it also shows you that it hasn't been able to close off the south side yet. So normally we would see a wrapped up core, and we're not seeing that yet. But that's good news. I'm more worried about the morning because every system seems like they go through the cycles, and the morning cycle is what we saw blow up. So we'll see what it does in the morning. But as far as ensembles go, here's what we got. And they're almost so clustered. It's so hard to tell. Here's your GFS. Let's look at Euro 5-day. Euro, what do we got? 5-day. Here's Euro 5-day. So Euro 5-day still kind of spread. These are on Weather Nerds, by the way. But the Euro 5-day ensembles are almost cutting out of Louisiana. So here's Louisiana. And look, just a few. Majority of them. And we got a lot into Florida. But these are outliers. But, generally speaking, there's Florida tip, Mississippi, Alabama. So the majority of the European ensembles are there. We can go back to GFS 5-day, 120 hour. Here's your GFS. Weaker west, as they say. Look at that. Weak system would go west, but that does not seem possible. So the GFS ensembles are clustering Mississippi into Alabama. And then we'll look at the UK ensembles. And they are, the majority of them, stronger ones, are east of Louisiana. So there's a few over here. Not to keep you on your toes. But they're all showing this turn. And why is it turn? Because we have a high pressure system to the north, and there's no steering right now. There's a blocking high pressure system. Now we're back to tropical tidbits again. But I don't like that one. I like the other one, which is somewhere. There it is. All right. So here's the basic steering pattern right now, and we got this huge high pressure dome over the U.S. and there's nowhere to go. So it's just sitting there. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. And it takes time for it to break down that high, and see the high kind of lifts, and that's why our system finally gets moving. And we have a little bit of weakness here. You can see that trough coming down. See that? And that's going to help break down the high and allow our system to go off. So it's sitting under, and then we look at the Euros, the same thing. Sandwiched in between a big high pressure system right now. There's just nowhere to go. And really, the reason the Euro is stopping, this is Tuesday morning. Look, Tuesday morning we still got that high. So it doesn't lift it out until Wednesday morning, and it allows our system to move. And there's that trough break again. So that's why it's stopping. It's going to take a day, Tuesday, Wednesday, for this trough to come down and break our high and go. So anyway, and don't forget sea turtles. What are we talking about turtles for? All right, so let's slow down a little bit. Hopefully I made some sense. I don't know. I ramble on. I'm usually not so serious. I try to have a little fun, but we don't want to. We got a lot of people that are stressing out. So there's a time to have fun and goof around next week. But yeah, all the graphics are updated. The website's updated. Listen, everything you need is on here, I hope. I have all the surge maps. I have the Hurricane Hunter links. We have radar links. I have all the other systems down here, Teddy, Paulette, Renee, and Vicky, but none of them are intimate. The only one to pay attention to if you're in Bermuda would be Teddy. Teddy down the road possibly could be an issue. Let's take a look real quick. And there are signs of maybe a little low pressure off the East Coast in a week. It's 10 days out. But man, it's kind of hard to see that. I can't really zoom in any closer. But there's Bermuda right here. So, majority of them turn. This is Bermuda right here. So this is Teddy. So far, a lot of them are turning. So just something to keep an eye on. But all right, let me see what you guys are saying. Paul Bennett. I do have an app, Shelly. Good point. News in Bermuda. Jennifer, I think they did fine. I posted the pictures this morning, and they had the eye actually go right over top of the island. You could see the whole island in the eye. It was a huge eye. But we had a lot of fans that said that they hung in there. In fact, I don't think they lost power much. We still saw the webcams rolling. So hopefully they did good. So Dottie, you guys are doing some great stuff. Tammy Harvick, how's it going? We're good. We're all one big happy family. Let's see. So yeah, we got everybody chiming in. We got a day here, and we could possibly see. Oh, there you go. She just sent me Google Notepad. I love Google. How do they make money? Because half of the stuff they have is free. Take a note. Okay, let's see. How does this work? Take a note. Got it. Okay, so, we can do a big one. There we go. There's my note. Thanks, Shelly. So, I'll start typing next one. What we know. What we know. So, I have this ready to go next time. Because I have to learn it. I want to make it bigger. So, there you go. Make it be like that. I ask and she receives, or I receive. Cody, I'll take a look. Thank you, Cody. I just saw that pinned comment. The dogs are snoring, man. Holy cow. All right, so the Hurricane Hunters just got 982. That would mean it's pressure drop, which would also mean it's strengthening. Yeah, well, I see. Yeah, you're right. I see it 982 right here. So this is live data from the Hurricane Hunters, 982.9 on Levi's site. Oh man, that thing's really zoomed. Anyway, 982. I can't even make a circle. 982.9. So that would be pretty decent pressure drop. 4 or 5 millibars. Winds usually take. Yeah, see, officially it's 988, so we'll see what they say. That was at 7 p.m. We'll have a new advisory in 1 hour. So, pressure drops, then the wind picks up. Here's a look at satellite, by the way. This is so the big rains tomorrow. No, this is the HRR. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning, but look what happens throughout the day tomorrow. These rains start pushing north, and look at by noon tomorrow. Lots of rain here happening. And look what happens tomorrow afternoon. Lots of rain, squall lines, heavy stuff. We can even have some squall lines even inching in. Look at that. We can even, look at this. We can even have squall lines into Tampa tomorrow night. And that's very believable. It actually shows the system back up. Well, that's because it's doing the northeast thing. This is the HRR. It's not really a hurricane model, but look what happens. I mean, let me watch. Just watch it. This is what the models are saying. It just hits a brick wall and starts to climb slowly northeast. And this one's aiming a little bit more to Pensacola. I bet you the NAM is big bad NAM. The NAM always blows systems up. We'll see what the NAM says, and see what kind of big storm. Hey, big storm. Subliminal message. So let's see what the NAM says. NAM's running now, so we have to go back to 18Z. So the NAM on tropical, this is weather models like this. So the NAM shows a landfall up into the state line, Mississippi, Alabama state line. This isn't the hurricane version. This is more the rain one. But look at these bands. This is through tomorrow night. So this is why we have tropical storm warnings here. This neck of the woods right here, because these bands are going to be coming up all day tomorrow, through the night, even into Wednesday. So lots to come. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And we got our song, Hurricane Sally, from Andy Simmons. In case you missed it, we'll play it again in the morning. Tammy, the dogs are Let me grab one of them at least. I'll grab one of the dogs. I got to give you at least one dog tonight. Which dog are we going to grab? Let's grab Hunter. All right. So we'll grab Hunter. I think Louis is sleeping with Emily. So we'll close it out with Hunter. Hunter's sleeping. So let's see. So listen. So we got a new. I don't know about evacuation care. That's something you gotta check with your local authorities on that, depending on where you live. But so the big news coming is an advisory in about 45 minutes. Hey, Paul Jeanette. Look at that. There's your yawn. Everybody yawn. Hey, Maureen. That's all right. No, thank you. I learned from everybody. Thank you, Dottie. I only get 4 comments. I wish I could see them all. And then I try to scroll, and now I can't even scroll anymore because now my page is scrolling up and down. Yep, Jennifer. Hunter's mad. You're going to be a beer, buddy. I did a. You like the new sign, Katie? Look, so that's hopefully on the beer box. That's my favorite sign. What was that? I just heard something. But anyway, that's going to be on our beer box for Big Storm Brewery, hopefully. So what's up, Katie? Gunner says hi. One day you'll meet Gunner, maybe, huh? He always looks at me sideways. It's making that turn. Yeah, it's stopping. Right now, it's stuck under a high pressure system. What was the last 4? Somebody said it was 5 miles an hour. That's nothing. 5 miles an hour. So it's stopping right now. Just kind of like Harvey. Just going to sit there. Did I do the match test in a sorority? No, what's that? Hey, what's up, Captain Redbeard? Oh my God, there's my buddy Tim. What's up, Tim? We're just hanging, having fun, buddy. Watching a big hurricane rolling in. Gail, that's all right. No problem. How do you get the beer in Louisiana? Well, you call Snowman and you bring a semi truck and you cross state lines with Sally. Actually, no, Big Storm sells in Texas. I don't know where else, but they are out of the state of Florida, so we're going to have it all over the place. No storms, Gabby, are coming to Florida right now. Thanks, James. How many names in the Greek alphabet? I don't know. I think 2005 they went into 5 names. What do you think? Want to say goodbye? Here. I'm training him. He'll look. Watch. He's pretty good. He's a pretty calm dog. They said I couldn't do another calm dog. Now watch. You look right here. Pretty good, huh? Hunter. Hey. You can stop now. He's hypnotized. It's okay. Hey, are you okay? Move. Oh, I could squeeze him to death. All right. Hey, Angel. Pensacola, listen, you're in the cone. So, yeah, I'm more worried about this thing surprising people, Mobile, Pensacola, than anything right now. If I had to say, and that would be a Wednesday. The later the storm takes to make landfall, the more chance it's going to go more into Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. So Euro, Icon, UK are all saying this thing is going to stop and not make landfall until now Wednesday possibly, with more of an east turn. So, hey, Jennifer, I had a big dog, man. Let me tell you the coolest thing about a little dog. When it pisses in the house and takes the... you know what? It's like this. Like that. I can clean him up. Our big dog, when he had an accident, I needed to get a beach towel. And I had to ream it outside. Because if you didn't clean it, I'm over them days, man. So, all right. So, serious business. We got things are going downhill fast. The rains are going to start invading the upper panhandle tonight. Again, tornado threats are going to be real. We got yellow slight. They're going to say it somewhere down here. A few tornadoes will occur Tuesday night. A few. They're not saying isolated. A few. And that's because our squalls come in off the Gulf. And they can be quite strong. So we got surge, rain, wind, and tornadoes. What else you want? Earthquake? Let's throw an earthquake in there for Alex. I'll take an earthquake for 20. So, all right. So anyway, we're watching the Hurricane Hunters live. Apparently, they might have found a 982 reading. We'll see what the drop zone says. Sometimes they verify it, so it's not getting weaker. Put it to you that way. And Ryan Mayhew's talking about the center circulation popping a little bit. Well, 2 minutes ago. So this is live. This is what Ryan Mayhew just said. He runs the site that Weather Models, I think. Off the races with Hurricane Sally at 9:54. That was 5 minutes ago. He posted that. So apparently we're getting another big convective burst, like I was talking about. The eye is closed off and pressure will be dropping. So that's happening now. Let's take some look here. So it was. These things stabilize. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Since we've been live. Oh my God, look at this. This is crazy. So look at this. I bet you when we started talking, that's kind of what it was when I first started. About right there, right? And look what's happened in 30 minutes. Bam. So that's obviously pressure dropping thunderstorm, and again, the only good sign that we have is there's this dry air ingested here a little bit, but it's not showing up on any really moisture maps. So it's not technically dry air per se. It's just dry air. If that makes sense. But look, see, it's still moist. But we are getting a big bubble of convection, so not good news. 100 mile an hour possible major hurricane is very possible. And folks in the Alabama Panhandle, don't let your guard down. There's a chance this could be curving up your way later Wednesday morning. So lots to watch. Juicy and moist, right? That's insane, Mary. So I got 3 people snoring. It's hard to concentrate between the 2 dogs and Julie. So anyway, all right. No, and there's no eddy. Hey, good question, Stephen. We really don't have any warm eddies. We showed it this morning, but there is heat potential before the coast. So a little bit right here, but it's really doesn't have it. Not like we would if we were talking about something in Texas, but it does have a little bit of ocean heat content, and this will sustain it for a little bit. We won't see the upwelling cool waters. That little bit of heat content will help maintain intensity as it sits there churning away. So cool beans. All right. Well, I got to eat dinner and everything else. So we'll be live in the morning, 9:19. We got a big advisory coming out at 10:30. Stay awake for that for sure. And I'll tell her that, Jennifer. Thanks. If I was chasing right now, where would I go? I would go to Mobile, Alabama. So, all right. Sounds good. You guys rock. Thanks, Karen. All right, I'm going to roll. I'm starting to space out. I'll post for sure the rest of the night. I'm going to post a couple things now. We're going to post at 11 o'clock. Post in the morning. And we'll watch it in real time. It's all we can do, right? We showed this. In fact, let me go back and show real quick because I thought it was pretty interesting now that we have the H. Wharf and H-Mon bandwagon jumpers. I'm kind of hurt because we Hannah, Isaiah, Laura, all were H-Mon, H-Wharf. Now look. This was posted 3 days ago. H-Mon, H-Wharf. and look where we're at right now. So cool. All right, we'll see y'all in the morning. Thanks so much. Appreciate the supporters, all you YouTubers. Thanks, Shelly.